And that's what the Superhome movement has led us and refined our thinking around what essentially is the important part of the home. So a Superhome, I know it's homegrown, and it's kind of it's a Christchurch thing in a way. It started here, and we're sort of among the early adopters. But there is some real science in this. There's some real understanding that's gone into it.
Generally speaking, Superhome is a network. It's a network of passionate professionals trying to better their industry and build better quality, healthier homes for New Zealanders. The reality is we have all the information here. We have the personnel here, and it's available for free. So that's really the biggest benefit of becoming a Superhome member. You get linked in with professionals, you get linked in with other homeowners who are all on the same journey. And you know, if you are interested in building a better quality, healthier home, then Superhome is a really good place to start.
Superhome is an organisation empowers people to be knowledgeable building a new home, empowers the supplier, the designers, the professionals to be able to share their knowledge, to be able to get to the public without a third channel like, government entities and other council, authorities. So I think it's very spontaneous how Superhome come together, but it's all the people in the Superhome movement having the right intention, wanting to build better, wanting to improve the house building quality of New Zealand builds, that we come together.
As I say, we've known Bob for many years, and we became a participant for Superhomes. Probably last year was our first sort of just toe in the water, as it were, and we just haven't looked back. I think it's like-minded people. It's people that actually understand what it is to be in a Superhome.
We've been involved with the Superhome movement for around about 6 to 7 years now, and really enjoy working with the team at the Superhome movement because we're all of like minds of improving the quality of the builds around New Zealand and changing mindsets over the minimum level of builds to become a higher standard.
Yeah, having that kind of group behind me, with me, growing with them and exchanging knowledge and skills and getting in front of more people.
We at Kingspan Thermocraft joined the Superhome movement at the start of this year, so in January 2024, with the view to educate the market on using our products to create better homes, because Kiwis do deserve warmer, drier, healthier homes, and that's really an area that Kingspan Thermocraft specialise in. The Superhome objectives align really well with Kingspan Thermocraft's objectives of building better places for people to live, work and play.
And we do 3 different things. So solar is a very important part of the business, and we install primarily on residential homes and light commercial premises. So the Superhome movement is something we're really excited to be part of. We have a lot of affiliations around what we try and achieve as an organisation and what the Superhome movement is trying to achieve as well, particularly around the quality of the buildings that are out there and the quality of life for all of our end customers.
The great thing about the Superhome movement is not only about the holistic approach to the construction of a home for people, it's about the networking that's available. So it doesn't take just the 1 or 2 people to build the home. It's a group of people that are collectively getting together, sharing their talents and their products around high performance products and systems and stuff, so it all comes together and works. Joining the Superhome movement's been great for business, not only because what I want to do is educate clients, help educate our staff, educate the subcontractors around us, but of course that is the end goal, is creating better homes and healthier homes for people to live in. That's the most important thing for me. where we've gone is down a rabbit hole where there's lots of different solutions and products available across the board for everyone to learn about. So learning about that has been a great adventure for us.
For us as a group and as a business, joining the Superhome means we get to partner with a company that has a track record, that has a reputation. So for us, being a part of that, tapping into a supply chain that already is well established and on the same track, it means a huge amount, because as we put products across and we get to stamp it as a base, better, best type option of Superhome, it gives it a certain amount of validity. And you can now say, hang on a sec, because we're a new business or a startup, even though we've been going for 5 years and our focus has been on getting our code mark, there's a nice stamp that comes across there. And there's a lot of people out there that are saying, oh no, we build warm, healthy homes. Well, we need to prove it. And that's the great thing now. We have a whole lot of projects coming through. We get Superhome to start looking at them and saying, well, have you designed it right? What is your thermal performance? How's the structure working, the windows, the air tightness, before we hit the ground? Tweak those things, get into building consent, and then come back with the beauty of Superhome is that it's not only about saying, well, this is what we're going to do, here's the way we're going to monitor and improve what we said we're going to do. So that's an exciting space to be in. So in the long term, it's about just getting some kind of, it's building a brand and solving a problem. It's pretty straightforward. There's a problem to be solved, bring the price point down, deliver a warm, healthy home, and accredit it. And I think that's the word I was struggling to find. It gives it a good accreditation.
So Metro Glass has recently become a silver partner with the Superhome movement, and we're very proud to be involved with them, and we fully subscribe to what's being worked on, which is, again, practical ways of people being able to make better homes for themselves. And what I like about the Superhome movement is there's a good group of people within it. It's a growing group, it's gaining momentum, and they're all trying to do the same thing, which again is maximising the benefit of what people can achieve with their homes to the people's available budget. And we feel that's really important. Ultimately, we would like to see the efficiency of homes being much higher than they are now, but we also understand that every journey starts with the first step. We actually think that the Superhome movement has made a long way along that journey, and we acknowledge that we think that they have played a part in the recent H1 changes. They've certainly been a strong voice, and we want to be part of that.
Really, for us, the beauty of the Superhome movement has been connecting with the other bits, and I think of it as like a little ecosystem for warm houses, and it doesn't really matter where you enter the ecosystem. It can be via solar panels or insulated floors or whatever. The key thing is once you get into the ecosystem, you recognise the other people and you have sensible conversations about how all the bits fit together. And so that's been the real, I think, benefit for us. We've learnt a lot about how we connect to the other bits in the building, and I'm hoping that other people have learned a little bit about what makes a good window. Yeah, I think Superhome has played a pretty critical role, both in education and also lobbying. I like the idea that Bob is noisy, and at both ends of the spectrum, right? So we're doing some education, but we're also doing some poking, and both are good. This is only going to work with, I think, a combination of incentives, of education, and of legislation. And I keep looking at those three levers, and I go, we've got to push all three, and all three quite hard to get shift, to get movement.
I've been a participant for the Superhome movement for the last couple of years. And one of the big reasons I joined was because of Bob Burnett, and I think he's such a great guy, and I think he's such a great role model for the industry. So that was primarily why I joined, and then secondary to that, which is just important, is obviously the kind of technical base that the Superhome movement comes from, which is I think it combines a good combination of professionals that have the the experience of what is happening in the industry, and then adapting I think realistic performance criterias for houses that fit budget and economy. So those those are the reasons why I'm a part of Super.